Welcome to this video. In this video I will show you the China jump movement, as most people call it, or you can also say the side shuffle movement towards the forehand side and also towards the backhand side. What is it, and how do we use it, and why do we use it? That's something of these things that I just briefly want to mention before I will walk you through the technical stuff about the footwork, and also a little bit about how to hit the shuttle up in the air using your upper body and the grip and the rotation in your arms. So I will show you both sides, but first let me talk to you a little bit about where to use it and why to use it. It's some movements that many players use often in the singles, but also in the doubles when jumping very fast towards the back of the court. It's these situations where you will maybe get a flat lift towards your forehand side, the backhand side, and you can't go underneath it, do the scissor jump, and you won't wait to do the defense shot. So you will just jump out, hitting it very early, and still try to keep the initiative in the rally. So it's more of the fast and steep smashes we're doing when we are jumping like this towards the shuttle. So if you want to learn the power smash, you have to watch another video we made on our channel. But this one focuses on the fast, quick movements in the China jump. So let me walk you through first the footwork away from the center, and also a little bit about the technique in the shot. First of all, when moving on court, when playing badminton, it is important to have a low center of gravity. When we have the low center of gravity, we have better balance. It's easier for us to push away from the center or from the bag or from the net. We also need to have the wide stand in our legs. So the low gravity is good, but if our legs are very narrow like this, it's still very tricky for me to move. So a little bit out, so we have good balance and we have good strength down here using the muscles all the correct way. From the center position, it starts with a directional split step. And after the directional split step, it's actually possible just to do one long, big China jump towards the shuttle. But you can also add an extra side shuffle if the shuttle comes just a little bit longer towards the back of the court, or maybe you are in a more bad position in the center. You can add the small side shuffle and then do the China jump. Let me just walk you through it from the center position. So I'm standing in here, facing the net like this, so the directional split step comes in like this. So now my angle is towards the forehand side, getting ready to do the China jump to the side, to the back. As you can see, when I'm doing the directional split step, my left leg hits the floor just before my right leg, because then I can move my right leg just a little bit towards the corner. Let me show you one more time. And that is in order for me to move my weight balance from the left to my right. So I'm already now leaning towards the forehand side. After the directional split step, I push away with my left leg, transferring my weight balance to my right leg, and then do the jump on the right leg in the end. Let me show you again. When jumping towards the shuttle in the side, I also use my upper body and my arms to generate some more power going upwards to the shuttle, and also being ready to hit the shuttle way up high so I can hit the steep smashes towards my opponent on the other side. Let me show you the example where you use an extra side shuffle to add some more length to your movement towards the corner. That would look like this. So as you can see, I am landing further down towards the corner so I can cover the flat shuttles coming with longer length than the other one. And like I said, if you are more towards the left of the side like this, you can use the extra side shuffle to add some more length to your movement down to the corner. What's also important when you're doing the China jump is the landing in the corner. If I land with my balance and my body leaning backwards, it's very tricky for me to push forward, putting pressure on my opponent. And that's what I would like to do, because I'm doing the attacking style jump. And if I land defense style, then I will take away the momentum in the rally, not putting my opponent under pressure again on the next shot. So when we land down here, we need to be ready to move forward, or at least be in a neutral balance position so I can move towards the center one more time. Let me show you the movement where I am landing in a defense balance position down in the corner. That would look like this. So if I land with my weight balance going backwards, it's very tricky for me to push away towards the corner. So your back leg needs to land further towards the corner, so I'm in a better balance to push to the net, or maybe to the center again. Let me show you how to do it the correct way. So as you can see, already when I'm landing, I'm pushing forward again. And I will also show you now with only one jump from the middle, like that. So when I land, I push away from the corner, putting more pressure on my opponent on the other side. This video is mostly about how to move, how to jump, how to land. But let me just briefly show you the technique in the smash. If you choose to do that, you could of course do cut, drops, and also maybe deceptive clears in some cases. What's important is that you reach the shuttle as early as possible, reaching for it up, out in the side. So I put pressure on my opponent. What is also important is that you use small, quick movements. So when you jump down here, it's not good that you use the big power swing in your arm. It will be too slow and you will reach it further down when you do this. So go up in the air and use the quick movements like this, where you rotate your forearm, use the finger powers and the small, quick movements in your racket and also in the wrist, in order for you to reach it early and put the pressure on the opponents, making steep cuts or smashes towards the sides of the court. I've now changed the angle of the camera so you now can see the China jump in the backhand side, around the head side. This jump is mostly the same things that we use, but it's a little bit more tricky on this side, because usually our left leg, if we are right-handed, it is a little bit weaker than the right one, and it's a little bit more trickier for me to jump this way, reaching for the shuttle. So this shot is not used that much like the shot and the movement in the forehand side, but it can still be done out in the side, reaching forward very, very early, putting pressure back on the opponents in the singles, in the doubles. Usually you see the the single players using this, where when the lift is very, very short, they jump out in the side, putting pressure. But in this case, you can also add an extra side shuffle, but it's not used that much. Then I would maybe go for the rotation in the swing instead of going for a side shuffle and the China jump. The China jump in this side is mostly often used only with one jump. It's all of the same things in the center. I still use the directional split step. I still push away. I can show you, you still push away with the, in this case, the right leg towards the left leg, and then jump on the left leg, going out here, hitting the shuttle this way. It's very important in this shot that your arms go all the way to the side, because you are in a stretch situation, stretch position out here, you can say, reaching for the shuttle all the way out here. So it's important to go upwards to the shuttle, really reaching for it. Otherwise it will be very tricky for you to do a good shot from this position. Very important to land properly out here. Left leg, the back leg needs to push back so we land in a very good position. If it's in here, I land in a defense position with not that good balance. So push it out so you land in a more neutral position, or more of attacking position, so you can push away from the corner, maybe going to the net or the center again. So that was the China jump movement in the forehand, around the head side. Talked about the jumping movement, how we land, how to reach for the shuttle, doing the quick movements. I hope you can try this and learn a little bit by watching this video. Thanks a lot for that, and please hit a comment below. We will answer them as soon as possible. If you have anything to add, you can ask us about the China jump, all the techniques, what you have in mind. But thanks for watching, and see you soon again. Thanks.